Hey, what's up everyone, and welcome to a very special video. As you can see, there's a box behind me, and I'm wearing a bunch of Corvette racing gear, and there's pictures of the Corvette racing cars on the background. And there's a specific reason as to why this is all happening. So, a couple days ago, Pratt Miller, for those of you who don't know, Pratt Miller is the company and team that is responsible for the design and building of the Corvette race cars, the famously C5, C6, C7, and CAR race cars, famous for winning races such as the 24 Hours of Daytona, 24 Hours of Le Mans, 12 Hours of Sebring, and so on and so forth. And a couple days ago, Pratt Miller posted a competition on 3 of their social platforms, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, to basically like, comment, and share their posts about giving away parts of basically the Corvette race cars. And so on their Instagram posts, I commented and shared and liked the post. And a couple days ago, I received a message from Pratt Miller saying, "Congratulations, you've won. You are now one of the winners of a piece of a Corvette race car." And I was super excited to be a winner. I'm really a big fan of the Corvette race team and everything they do. That, to be selected as a winner for this competition, it's such an honor and a privilege to be receiving something that from a team that's just so well respected throughout around the world. And I wanted to basically document and share my experience of unboxing this item with you guys. And so before we go ahead and dive into opening the box, which I'm super excited to open, I wanted to give a little bit of background as to how I became a fan of the race team. And so it all started with my dad. My dad immigrated here from the Philippines over to Hawaii when he was just a teenager in high school with little to no money. My grandma and a bunch of my other family members immigrated here from the Philippines. They came here with hopes and dreams of, trying to live a better life, trying to, provide and be in a better situation than what it was in the Philippines at the time, and basically try to start something new and start and create a new life for their kids and for everyone else that immigrated here. But with every, person that comes to America hoping to live the American dream, my dad had dreams of his own, and one of those dreams was to own a Corvette. My dad worked very hard throughout the years, even after I was born. He worked very hard to provide for the family, to provide for me and my sister, to get a good education and continue on and get good jobs and be good people in society. He continued grinding and putting in the work every single day to provide for us, but also to work towards his dream of one day owning a Corvette. So in 2008, he actually purchased a brand new Chevrolet Corvette C6. It was a base model, nothing fancy, but that was all he could afford. But it was enough for him to reach his goal of obtaining and buying and owning his own Corvette. And when I first saw that car in our driveway, I was just I was surprised and I was excited because a Corvette, it's a Corvette. And my dad was very excited and very happy and very proud to be an owner of one. He worked very hard to obtain this with his own money, his own working with his hands all day long and working under the hot sun. Like he worked hard to obtain this car, and this car to him means a lot, right? It was one of his dreams and goals to accomplish. That's kind of where the Corvette love began. And so as I started to learn more about the Corvettes and learn more about what they do and everything about them, I started learning about the Corvette racing team. I knew about the C5Rs growing up, But it wasn't until I learned about the C6Rs, specifically the GT1 C6R race cars. Those were really my introduction to the Corvette Racing team as a whole. And when I first saw pictures and videos and sounds of just these loud Corvettes, these big American V8 Corvettes racing around the track and winning races around the world, you know, that kind of sparked a lot of interest for me to become interested in motorsport racing. So for those who actually know me, they know that I'm a big fan of JDM cars. You know, as much as I enjoy JDM cars, I still have a soft spot for American V8s, specifically the Corvettes, and that's mainly because of my dad's love for the Corvette and his goal and his dream to own one. And because of that, I actually started becoming more interested in motorsport racing because of my introduction to the Corvette Racing team and just watching all that they do and seeing all the accomplishments and the hard work that team does is just something that I gravitated towards, and I just enjoyed being a fan, essentially. So one of my goals was actually to go out and see these cars in person and watch them and see them live. And as much as I wanted to see the C6R cars, you know, it was hard because I was, you know, in college and, you know, I was still broke and everything, trying to make money, and I just couldn't afford a chance to go out and fly out and see them. And so the C6Rs, you know, came and went, you know, probably my favorite era of the Corvette Racing cars. The C7Rs came in, and I was following the team more and more over the years, and finally back in 2019 I was able to finally fly out and attend my very first motorsport race at the 2019 Super Sebring event, and that was for the 12 Hours of Sebring for the IMSA WeatherTech Championship, and it was for also the 1,000 miles of Sebring for the FIA WEC race, and it was a double-header weekend, and that was my very first race, my very first time getting to fly out, see the C7Rs on track, and hear the loud V8 rumbles that everyone talks about on track. And it's just, it was such an experience for me to be able to finally see and meet the team. Like, being able to fly out and just see the cars on track and be in the environment where I'm just surrounded by other cars and teams. It's an incredible event and an incredible experience that, you know, I wish everyone can attend. You know, I think it's something that everyone should be able to attend. And, you know, when I went there in 2019, I was just like a kid in a candy store. I was just smiling from ear to ear. And when I was walking around track, you know, just enjoying the event, enjoying the cars racing, you know, I was just so happy that I was able to finally accomplish one of my goals. I've taken some photos of the C7Rs back in 2019, and that was unfortunately the last year of the C7Rs, and I was lucky enough to be able to witness those cars before they went out, before the introduction of the C8R, which I have here. This is a photo I took of the C8R back in 2021 at Road Atlanta. I actually went to this event with my dad, and I took my dad with me to this event so he can also be part of the Corvette experience, you know, because I know there's a big Corvette corral at each of these races for IMSA, and my dad being a Corvette owner, you know, it was very easy for him to be like a kid in a candy store. He was happy to be surrounded by other Corvette owners, see so many Corvettes in one place, and he was super excited, and he's just so proud and happy that he was able to witness and be part of this experience. And so, you know, that was another race that I attended to see the C8Rs. I also recently, earlier this year, went to Sebring again, and I brought my sister with me this time to see the C8Rs racing on track at Sebring in the 2023 Super Sebring event. And, you know, it's just a wonderful experience, and, you know, I have to give props to the guys over at Pratt Miller for doing a tremendous job of building these awesome race cars and just And for the Corvette Racing team and everyone involved, like, for creating this environment and this fan base for everyone around the world that they just enjoy the Corvette and what the team has to offer. And for me as a fan, you know, it's so awesome to be included in it. And you know, I went to college. I studied engineering in hopes of, you know, one day being part of the Pratt Miller team. That was like one of my dreams growing up, be an engineer on the team, or, you know, work in the workshop, or the designs, or whatever, to build these cars. And I'm just so excited to be a fan of this team and this crew and this everything that Corvette does and Corvette Racing does. And also props to the Pratt and Miller team, you know, for all that you guys do for designing and building safe and reliable cars, race cars. You guys take this very seriously, and also you're very passionate about what you do. But it's great to see how much the program has grown, and how much love and support that everyone around the world just enjoys these Corvettes. And so, you know, I want to say thank you to the guys at Pratt Miller for all that you do and all that you do for your fans and the team and everything, and the Corvette Racing team. You know, you guys got an awesome set of fans, with me included, me and my dad, and it's just, yeah, I'm just so thrilled to be part of this. And so yeah, let's go ahead, open up the box and see what they sent us. Just gonna do it right here on my lap. Got my X-Acto knife. I'm just gonna cut this open. All right, here we go. Throw this out. Wow, look at this. So they gave me a certificate. So it says certificate of authenticity. The certificate attests that the Spring 1 was used on track by one of the Corvette Racing C7R cars. The cars competed from 2014 through 2019, winning 5 championships over 145 races. Signed by Gary Pratt, the founding vice president of Pratt & Miller Engineering. Wow, this is cool. So it was from a C7R car. So that's awesome. Oh my gosh, I'm excited. I don't know which car. I wish they could tell me which car it came from. But it's awesome to know that it came from a C7R. Meaning I was able to see those cars in person. And that's awesome. And so this is a Spring. So right now it's like all bubble wrapped. I'm gonna try and go ahead and cut this real quick. Okay, I'm gonna take this out of the box. Okay, let's go. It's a lot of bubble wrap. There's a lot of bubble wrap. Wow. Whoa. This is cool. So, I don't know. I wonder what part of the spring suspension this was part of. This is cool though. So like on here there's like a 1,000 number written on here. On here it says left. There's something written engraved here, but it got scratched off, so I can't make out the entire word. There's a company logo here. I don't know which company this is. I've never heard of this one. And then on the bottom, I'm not too sure. There's another engraving here. But this is cool. Wow, this is This is amazing. Thank you. Thank you to Pratt Miller for sending me this. And you know, this is very special to me. To know that I've seen one of those cars. This was on one of those race cars that I've seen. Yeah, thank you. I can't just tell you just how happy I am to receive a piece of a race car. More importantly, a piece of a race car that I follow very closely and I'm a big fan of, and this is awesome. So thank you guys. You know what's funny too is back when I was doing Formula SAE in college, I was part of the suspension subsystem. I designed the uprights of our Formula SAE car, and I was also responsible for a lot of the suspension tuning and design work, basically, of all the suspension geometries of our Formula car. And it's just, I just find it fitting to to be receiving a spring because yeah, suspension design and suspension was something that I wouldn't say I'm very strong in, but I had a very special interest in. And I enjoyed learning about suspension design and suspension, everything related to suspension, you know, and that's because, and a lot of it has trying to understand how cars work and how tuning cars and maximizing cars to be effective and efficient on track. And suspension was something that I thought that was interesting for me. And a lot of that now trickles over into what I do now in my car. You know, I do a lot of my own suspension work on that. You know, I do my own alignments, I do my own adjustments on my car, and I try to learn a lot more about suspension design and suspension tuning. And it's just funny how I received a spring for one of the items. But this is awesome. This is gonna go in my display case next to a bunch of all of my other Corvette related items. Yeah, I just this is so cool. This is cool. Oh, this is great. Oh man, I'm just so happy. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. The Pratt Miller team, Chevrolet, you know, the Corvette Racing team. Just thank you. I can't say thank you enough. It's just, I'm just so happy. Oh, this is cool. This is so cool. Oh man. Yeah. Yeah, thank you guys so much. And I look forward to all the future races that Pratt Miller will be taking part of, and all the races in both IMSA and the FIA WC. And I'm just excited to be seeing more C8Rs now out on the field, on track, and just seeing all the customers now and all the customer programs, and you know, just knowing how much other people and other teams enjoy and want to be part of the success of Corvette Racing and the legacy that they have left behind. Like, I think it's just an awesome thing, and I think it's just so cool what you guys are doing and what you guys are capable, and what you guys are, you know, building towards. And you know, I will continue to be a big fan of you guys, of the Corvette team and Pratt Miller. You know, maybe one day, you know, I'm still working towards that goal of mine to be part of a race team, kind of work my way up, and you know, one day I'll find myself out on track, or maybe even racing some of these famous tracks around the world that I only race here on the sim in my little house or my little office here at home. And it's just small things like this just kind of makes me happy, and just, you know, it's awesome. Just trying to do my best to try and make my dreams come true and build towards my dreams, and just really take everyone else along for the ride. And that's why why I started doing this YouTube thing too, is just to try and showcase to everyone that I'm just an average guy who enjoys racing and who wants to share his experience with everyone else around him. thank you again to Pratt Miller for sending me this. It's such an honor to receive something that's part of an awesome legacy of a team. And you know, I'll continue to follow you guys, and I'll continue to follow the Corvette team, and I'll continue to just do what I do here at home, which is just sim racing and an autocross in my Toyota Yaris. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Shoots. Okay, so before I end the video, I wanted to kind of showcase my display of Corvette item memorabilias. This is my display case. I have a bunch of models. You know, they have like Formula One back there, and a couple other cars. These are kind of cars I grew up with. Initial D, obviously, and all that. And so in here I have more IMSA related. You can see the famous Audis, the Toyotas, some DPIs down there, the Toyota Yaris WRC, also the Porsches. You know, this was a hard one to find actually. The Falcon Porsches when they competed back in the American Le Mans series. That was a very hard model to find, but I got it. Just a couple more. The Mazda DPI down there. Big fan of the Mazdas. Love those cars. And then on top are all my Corvette racing cars. So you can see I have a C5R up down there, a couple C6Rs, C7Rs. These were the C8Rs right here. This is the special Sebring livery they ran a couple years ago. More C6Rs over there. That was a Lego. And then these were my passes from 2019 and 2023 of this year. Oh, and Road Atlanta. And just some other little cars that I found that have like this, like you pull it back and then they go forward. If you guys don't know, if you guys watch cars, there was a Corvette race car in that, and so I got that. Yeah, another C6R. And then this right here is if you guys haven't seen my build video, this is the C7R that I built from Revel. It's a plastic model kit that I built, and then as you can see in the back, I have signatures of the drivers of the C7R. I got all of them. Some of them are hidden behind the car, like on the bottom. But I got these signatures back in 2019 when I went to the Super Sebring event. And so I printed out a photo of the team and I had them sign this card so I can put it in this display case with this model that I built. I don't know where this spring is gonna go because there's not much space up here. I mean, I could put it like here, but it's already hitting the top, so I gotta reorganize this area, mainly because I don't want to block anything. I don't know, maybe over here, let's see. Okay, so I reorganized a little bit, move that big C6R on that side, move this one over here, so maybe this can go right here. Yeah, I guess that works. And maybe I could put this here. Something like that. Yeah, but it's kind of blocked. Maybe I'll put it on the outside so you can see it from this side, because right now I only have that ticket. So maybe I'll go like this. Maybe something like that. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. But now that spring lives happily in my display case. So I guess I can do that. It's right next to a C7R. Right? Spring, C7R, another C7R. And maybe I'll have to organize this a little bit more. But thank you again to Pratt Miller for sending me the spring. It will forever live in this display case and follow all these Corvette cars right here and I will continue to have it for as long as I live. So thank you again, Pratt Miller, from just a local boy here in Hawaii. Aloha.